are your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
Okay, I am pumped up, not just because I'm drinking Rockstar, but because we have a rock star in the house today. He's going to share today's show. One of our favorite guests is joining the Don and Gino Real Estate and Financial Show, Mr. Jim Reape with Reape Rickett, family law attorneys and one of the best attorneys in town. Thank you for joining us, Jim.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah,
I usually don't get invited back very often, so I'm a bit surprised.
No, you've got us fooled. You've been on our show. You know how we are. We are real. This is not a show where we have it all laid out and here's exactly what you got to say. This is real stuff. This is live. So, Gino?
Very live. In fact, you've got us pretty well fooled. We actually think you're all right.
And evidently, we've got them fooled because, do you realize, Jim, we've been now, as of last week, on the air for 3 years.
Wow. Congratulations, guys.
How about that? We've got them fooled, too.
So we're up to 12 listeners now?
Hey, did we get to 12?
Yeah, when did we pick up the other, 11?
Your family's listening, too.
You know what's pretty funny is we actually lost my wife as a listener, a little over a year ago. She's like, yeah, whatever, you guys are fine now.
Well, she used to critique, and that's good. She doesn't feel she needs to critique anymore. Yeah. Well, if you just tuned in, you've tuned into one of your most informative 2 hours of the week. I know it's our most fun 2 hours of the week. Every Thursday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. right here on AM 1220 KHTS. And we'd love you to join us in our new custom-built studio called the Vault Media Studios. We built right here in Cherry Creek Mortgage, and you can join us by going to donandgino.com, DONANDGINO, donandgino.com. Click on the listen and chat live button, and voila, you can enter the vault. You don't have the keys to the vault unless you go to our website.
Yeah, and Don, actually, my favorite part of the website is that it's the hub, that you can actually access our YouTube channel, which has probably over 300 clips for sure. Almost every show that we've ever done, pretty much there's some highlight from in the YouTube channel.
Even Jim's got some good stuff in there.
Thank you, guys.
And it's got a search function, which is what I really like about it. Since they got acquired by Google, they've got the custom search function. So just go to our YouTube channel, type in whatever topic you're searching for, and it'll pick it up from the tag. So it's
and
really
like
a great
our
spot.
Facebook page, the little Facebook logo. We all know what it looks like. Just click on it, like our page, and that way we can communicate with you on a daily basis as opposed to only once a week. A lot of good information that comes out on there and fun stuff. Did you see that video clip of the guy going down the slide?
I did. You're so naive.
I know. Just go with it, Mr. Atypical.
But I didn't post anything under. I didn't take away your steam. I didn't say, hey man, that's all doctored videography and stuff. It's okay. I let you roll with it.
Looking. Have you seen it?
Haven't seen it.
It has this guy basically on this a homemade slide.
It's like the old slip and slide, but it's huge.
It's gigantic, and they have him like in a wetsuit, and he's all helmet on, everything. And you just show him at the top of this thing, and it's huge. And you just see him wet it all down. It's all water, and you see him go. They lift off, and the guy just. You can hear the speed coming up, and he launches off this thing and literally flies about 150 feet into a pool of water.
Awesome.
Meaning if you miss, you die. It was cool, though. Gino, just
don't miss.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was cool. He's like, oh, I was all doctored. Shut up.
Hey, whatever. It was pretty cool. The first time I saw it, I was shocked.
See, if you weren't on our website, you wouldn't get this cool stuff. And you got to go, you have to like Jim Reape because the stuff you post, Jim, busts me up. It is not your normal, hey, guess what? We can help you with your divorce. We can help you. Your stuff is hilarious. You don't know where it's going to come from. You come from left field a lot where it's just real and it's real funny, and it's nice to have a real person. You don't think that attorneys can be funny.
Well, you hope they can, just not with you in your case. But I mean, humor sells. Humor sells everything. I'm a courtroom lawyer, and when I have the opportunity to interject humor, I'm gonna be winning.
Yeah, that's what Gino's wife says. They say you're supposed to laugh in bed. And he just goes, but hon, don't point and laugh.
Oh, wow. And on that note, let's go to the word on well.
I told you it's going to be a fun show today. I'm about 3/4 into a rock star. And we love hanging with Jim because it's fun and it's informative. And we know you're going to get a great show today because Jim is one of the most informed and experienced attorneys in town, and we have brought a very unique subject to light today that I've never even thought of. you probably haven't even thought of, but it's becoming more prevalent in this day and age, wouldn't you say, Jim?
You mean science and technology?
Yeah.
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 Absolutely more prevalent.
Right. Because today we're gonna touch on, of course, word on what's going on in the markets today, but we're gonna touch on today family formation, meaning egg donation, sperm donation, surrogacy, and so forth, and so forth, and how Jim is helping families,
helping build families with an appropriate legal understanding of rights and responsibilities. We call them intended parents.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, we know our CPA just went through all this himself, and we're very familiar with it, and it's worked out well for him.
Good.
But at first it didn't. He had some issues a couple of times, and I'm sure I don't know if he had representation. I have to ask him because he said it was a nightmare at first until they found the right person.
Wow.
Type thing. They did the surrogacy thing, and it was a big deal. So I'm sure you can enlighten us on some of that stuff.
You can call us 1-800-RENT-MY-WOMB.
Wow.
Is that real?
Put that on a bumper sticker.
No, but it will be by the time I get back.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. You're not gonna just be enlightened and enriched. You're gonna be entertained today, obviously. Here with Don Gatling, Gino Fronti, and Jim Reape with Reape Rickett Law Firm, right here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Gino, let's touch a little bit, and we'll have to go into the next segment because it's always so much fun with Jim. Should we start with jobs?
I think we start with jobs. It's been your job. It's been your job for 3 years to talk
3 years.
about jobs.
Yes.
So tell us about it.
Well, jobs are obviously an integral part of us coming back from the mortgage meltdown, the economic recession, or the
Great Recession, as they call it.
and so forth, whatever you want to call it. But jobs is a big key of that. We've lost a lot of jobs. We lost a lot of confidence. And so we've been watching jobs. Now, if you've been listening to our show for the last 3 years, the good news is numbers don't always tell the story. So we've been very spot on the direction of where jobs are going, and we follow trends. So because one report does not make a trend. So we've been watching job numbers, and we've seen this a couple times where the job numbers, meaning the amount of people filing for unemployment, that number has decreased at times. And then we said, be careful. It could be seasonal. It could be because of this or that. Let's continue to watch reports and see if that is the continued trend. Don't get too excited because the stock market will react on this. It's funny. The stock market, Jim, are you surprised that the stock market can react on emotion?
Is there anything else when it comes to stocks?
Right now,
I mean,
no.
Really, I mean, don't monkeys pick as well as any broker?
Right now, I mean, there's no technicals. I mean, the advantage of using like Chris Ingram, who is a financial planner, he actually puts a long-term plan down. So you don't have to get emotional.
Exactly. I think, Buffett said it best, you just buy things that are quality and hold them.
There you go. Make it simple.
Yeah.
So based on that, the trend has been going down. So we just hit one of the lowest numbers for unemployment filings in 10 years. It's actually the biggest drop in 10 years and the lowest number we've seen in 7 years. So we only had 300 people file for unemployment.
300,000.
300,000. Only 300 in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
But that's a big number. So we're going to touch on when we come back what that means to you and what Janet Yellen said, who's head of our Fed, what she said that may make a lot of people react funny regarding either stocks or interest rates. We're going to give you the details when we come back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220. KHTS, don't go away.